I consider my first government job, the time I spent in the Navy. I spent about 20 years in there. In that time I learned that you really need to kind of challenge yourself. Sometimes we get in our comfort zone and it takes sometimes a push or some self-motivation to stretch out and get that, to push yourself a little bit more. And then of course that always means there's some amount of risk, and so at the end of the day you need to be accountable for whatever you do. So make sure when you do something you have an intent behind it that's well-founded. I think it was at the point where you're kind of in the pack and you're starting to realize that you need to lift yourself up and start kind of getting your own compass and start developing your own rulers that you want to measure yourself by, and not necessarily tie them to what you think others are trying to push upon you. And so at that point you can be more proactive in not only your professional development plan but also your personal development plan. First, I would say that it's okay, that's normal, and if you're not overwhelmed at some point, you're probably not challenging yourself. With that said, when you are overwhelmed, you kind of want to figure out a way out of it. You need to start going back to basics, and that's, what's the priority first, and then, what does it take to solve the priorities and the problem sets. And if you have to, ask for help, but it's always helpful in saying, not instead of I can't do this, say I need this to get it done, and that's usually a better way to start the approach. Best career advice was, if you look back over your career, all the good things and all the bad things that occur, the one common denominator is you. So at the end of the day, take control of the situation and make the best out of it and make it a success instead of a failure. Well, I think sometimes we need to look around, and the resources aren't always immediately available or recognizable. I mean, you want to look at mentorship programs. Sometimes mentors are reaching out to you and you just need to be aware of it and take advantage of that and listen to what counsel's trying to tell you. Also, you kind of look at networks. There's a lot of professional organizations out there, and you find a lot of like-minded people that maybe experience the same things that you're experiencing or will, and having that ready resource that you can bounce ideas off of is always helpful. I think the government offers quite a bit of opportunities that maybe the smaller private sector doesn't have. You can almost write your own ticket if you know where you're going. For instance, there's a lot of training programs that you can leverage to move toward your goals. If you like travel, you can definitely find a job that provides travel. Or if you want to work in a certain region, there's always jobs available. So the trick is to build the tool sets and have them ready so when those opportunities come available, you can take advantage of them.